These are scenes which the idea of a fraternal organization brings to the mind of the average man and woman. They are in fact accurate scenes, for these are activities in which the members of most fraternal organizations engage, and they are the ones which most frequently come to the attention of the general public. There are lodge meetings, of course, but there are also dances, singing, card parties, and family dinners. There are recreational activities, too. Many lodge homes have facilities for the less strenuous sports, such as bowling, ping pong, and shuffleboard. And of course, there's the traditional family picnic, with youngsters having the time of their lives. And at these happy affairs, youngsters aren't measured by age either. Among the organizations which might be described by these scenes is the Loyal Order of Moose, often called the Family Fraternity, because of Moose emphasis on family activities. But back of the fun and play, rooted deeply in spiritual and humanitarian values, are the three great foundation stones upon which the Loyal Order of Moose has been built to a strength of well over 1 million men and women in North America. The first of these great cornerstones is Mooseheart, Illinois, the world-famed Child City, located just 35 miles west of Chicago. Representing one of the truly great humanitarian enterprises of our time, Mooseheart is the home and school for dependent children of deceased members. Here in this beautiful community, more than 5,000 orphan children have been sheltered, trained, and educated since it was founded in 1913. Comprising more than 1,100 acres of fertile land in the Fox River Valley, the Child City is a completely self-contained community, the heart of which is a unique baby village accommodating these youngsters. In this city of children, family life is the principal aim. Children live in fine, modern homes, very much like those in any well-kept community. Each home has its own kitchen and its own dining room. Beginning with this well-equipped and stimulating nursery, Mooseheart fills the academic needs of its youngsters with a complete educational system ranging up through kindergarten, elementary school, junior and senior high. The fully accredited high school is located in this building, which was completed just a few years ago. Academic training is thorough and intensive. Completely equipped and thoroughly modern, the Child City includes the sciences in its curriculum. Many students who are capable of continuing on to higher education are provided scholarships at colleges and universities. Vocational training, because of its practical desirability, is vital to Mooseheart students. Expert instructors and numerous shops and equipment are provided. They have their choice of a wide variety of vocations and are required to complete training in at least one. Appreciation of vocational training began with the founding of the Child City over 40 years ago. Students even make an occasional contribution to maintenance of the community. A fine herd of dairy cattle provides at least a quart of milk daily for every child, and another vocational opportunity. Moose members are especially proud of the many youngsters who complete training in 2 or more trades. Thus, every Mooseheart student upon graduation is fully equipped to take his proper place as a self-supporting unit of our society. To the youngsters who would prepare themselves for going on their own, the fine art of making a home is of prime importance, and these students learn eagerly. Even the boys learn to do their part, although with somewhat less eagerness. Inevitably, the boys, in anticipation of becoming responsible citizens, lean towards civics and politics. Here, through their own parties, the Stars and the Stripes, they elect their own leaders, thus learning the fundamentals of the democratic process. Of course, it's not all work and study. Happy birthday, dear There's time for parties, just playing around, learning how to dance, spectacles and exhibitions, and a complete program of bodybuilding sports activities. To maintain physical well-being, Mooseheart's preventive medicine program is one of the finest in the land. A completely equipped hospital, combined with expert professional services, has given the Child City an unparalleled low mortality rate. A complete staff of specialists gives each youngster complete care and protection during the growing years. Most important, Mooseheart's magnificent House of God symbolizes the belief that all training and education must have the solid foundation of religious conviction. Every child is reared in the faith that was practiced in his own home, and resident Protestant and Catholic chaplains supervise thorough religious training. The Mooseheart graduate thus personifies a fraternal dedication to the care, support, and training of orphaned children. The first great cornerstone of the Loyal Order of Moose. The second great cornerstone of the Moose is a unique community in Florida known as Moosehaven, the city of contentment. Here, the dependent, aged members of the order and their wives are given a refuge of comfort and security, totally free of worries and responsibilities during the twilight years of their lives. Moosehaven is a campus-like estate with residences which have been designed and built expressly for those in advanced years. Here, man and wife are not separated, but live together as they always have during their married lives. Each Moosehaven resident helps in the maintenance of the community to whatever extent is permitted by his physical ability. Thus, through his monthly paycheck, each resident becomes entitled to the pride and satisfaction of having helped to provide for himself. But work is only an incidental part of life at the City of Contentment. Mostly it's a matter of relaxation and recreation. Every effort is bent toward comfortable, satisfying living. There are the usual town meetings, which give the Moosehaven old-timers a strong sense of participation in the shaping of their own destinies. The St. Johns River is an irresistible lure for fishing and basking in the sunshine. For the more athletically inclined, there is a spirited session of shuffleboard. And in remembrance of their youthful days, there's the habit of a lifetime of going on a picnic. There's travel, too. They might be off on an outing to visit a nearby point of historical interest, or maybe off to see friends, or go shopping. The mailman, a welcome arrival at any time of life, becomes even more important to the old-timers. These folks are remembered by the men and women of the Moose back home. Here in the warm Southland, the Loyal Order of Moose gives living testimony to the strength and substance of its second great cornerstone, Moosehaven, the city of contentment. Thou shalt devote thyself in service to thy fellow man. This is a ritualistic teaching of the Moose. In translating these words into action, they have established community service as the third great cornerstone upon which they operate. Whether it's contributing of the sweat of their brows to clear the land for a ball field, or a park, or a playground, or whether it's staging a minstrel show to raise the money to buy the land in the first place, a Moose Lodge is a powerful force for the good of every community. perhaps it's the Moose who contribute their time and energy in working at the fundraising booth down the street. Or maybe the energetic women of the Moose are holding a bake sale, or contributing their talents with needle and thread in order that crippled children, someone else's children, might have an opportunity for a better life. Perhaps it's an appeal to motorists to guard our precious children, or supporting the schoolboy patrol, or training youngsters to protect themselves from the hazards of our streets and highways. Check the cars pulling up before your church some Sunday morning, especially Easter morning, and you'll probably see this sticker: another Moose devoting himself in service to his fellow man. Check your sports pages, and you'll probably see how this scrappy team made out. And when there's an emergency, a matter of life and death, oftentimes the Moose are there, by their good works offering living and dramatic demonstration of their devotion to their neighbors in their community. Scouting receives strong support from this great fraternal organization. Halloween becomes Youth Honor Day in a plan to curb Halloween vandalism and imbue youngsters with a sense of citizenship responsibility. Inaugurated by the Moose many years ago, Youth Honor Day is now officially recognized in many states. At Christmas time, the lodges band together in a nationwide effort to provide a toyful Christmas for every needy child. These activities and the sponsorship of youth groups such as these fine youngsters are evidences of the community service objective of this order to make every community a better community, particularly in which to raise children. These, then, are the foundation stones of the Moose, that which lies back of the fun of its social and recreation activities. Providing a home, care, training, and education for dependent orphans. Relieving those in the twilight of life from troubles, worry, and care. And devoting its members in the interests of their fellow men through community service. This is the real substance of the loyal Order of Moose, yours fraternally.